Exactly here, when we are today in Sant'Agata Bolognese, founding Automobili Lamborghini and establishing a new era of success and iconic cars. So the history officially began in 1963 with this building, 10,000 square meters. And then, year after year, our headquarters grew up steadily with new production facilities, new R&D department, sales and central functions offices, and a carbon fiber production. Until 2017, with the launch of our super SUV, Lamborghini doubled not only its volumes, but also its company footprint. Now, with LB744, we invested more than 150 million a year in production facilities and technologies, and we have reached a covered surface of more than 117,000 square meters. With all this effort, we can proudly say that the LB744 is made in Sant'Agata Bolognese. Also, our iconic V12, the beating heart of our car, like all the V12 in the history of Lamborghini, is assembled here. Our interiors are done in our saddlery department, where every customer wish can come true. And all these components then are going through our assembly line, where our product takes shapes as desired by our client. We put ourselves beyond our limits, and we decided to create a completely new way of producing supersport car. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the Manifattura Lamborghini Next Level, which is founded on 3 different pillars: craftsmanship and customization, digitalization and automation, and of course, our composite production. Craftsmanship is the key of the whole Lamborghini production process. Are our people that make the difference with their competence, their skill, the high focus on every single detail in order to get the perfect quality. But craftsmanship is also the main driver for our customization program, what we call ad persona. Every Lamborghini LB744 can be unique in the world. But customization is, of course, one of the most important pillars of our business, but brings high complexity in our production processes. Therefore, the adoption of digital solution and automation is needed to support our people. Our workers are at the center of our production process, but they must focus only on value-added activity on the car. All the complexity around is managed by a software which gives and receives information in real time, avoiding paper. Then we are coming to the composite production. This is a mix of different processes: high human intensity activity as the pre-preg with the autoclaves, combination with more automatized technology, which thanks to big presses of 5,000 tons, allow us to produce parts of this monofuselage in the most efficient way. So, at the end of my speech, I want to underline the commitment of Automobili Lamborghini on the environment. Well, with all the activity expansion we have done for the LB744, we kept this kind of focus, and we were able to confirm this certification also today. Thank you for your attention, and now I leave the stage to our CEO, Stephan Winkelmann. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a wonderful day for us because it's the beginning of a new era for Automobili Lamborghini. And before I speak about the future, give me the opportunity to look back for at least 1 minute. This year marks the 60th anniversary of our company. So it's time to celebrate, but it's also a moment where we can say we are in the best shape ever in our history. And in fact, the year 2022 was the best year ever in every term. So in terms of deliveries to customer, deliveries to you, it marked more than 9,000 cars. For the first time, we exceeded the 2 billion of turnover. And we had a fantastic operating result of 614 million, which is leading to a return on sales of 25.9%. So something really extraordinary. And on top of that, we have a very balanced distribution amongst the major areas, the major regions in the world, between the Americas, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and the Asia-Pacific region. And you can say also that there are very big and important markets in every area we are in. So this could be somehow an arrival point for Lamborghini. But we never stop. We always go beyond. Today is the most important day of this year for Automobili Lamborghini because it marks the unveiling of our new car. And if we speak about a super sports car, we can reduce it to a couple of words. It's all about design and performance. And performance is split in two. One is the technical numbers, so acceleration, top speed, braking time, lap time. But the other part, which is, in my opinion, is equally important, is how emotional the feeling is in the car. And one of the key elements of Lamborghini over the decades, and which marked our DNA and the history, is and was the V12 engine. So our legacy, if you look in what we did in the past, is all about the halo car, so the high altitude, low opening car we always had as top of the product range, and this is the start of the new era I was talking about. But things change, and there are mega trends around us which we cannot forget, we cannot just put away. And here we speak about digitalization, sustainability, and urbanization. And we have to tackle this, and we have a clear strategy which we call Direzione Cortauri. And this for us is happening right now because the follow of the Aventador, the LB744, is the first step into this hybridization. And next year, the Urus will follow, and at the end of 2024, we will have also the follow of the Huracan. This is going to reduce the CO2 emissions in comparison of today in 2025 by at least 50%. And this is not enough because we will go ahead in 28 and 29, we will have the first full electric cars, and this is going to further reduce the CO2 emissions up to 80% by the end of this decade. But we are changing everything to stay true to our DNA, to the DNA of Lamborghini. You know that, let's say, our technical layout started with the Countach more than 50 years ago, with the gearbox in the middle, a longitudinal engine in the back of the car. And now we are changing it. We have the battery in the middle and the tunnel. We are turning the engine 180 degrees, and then we have the clutch in the rear of the car. But this is all to continue to do what we're doing best now. On one hand side, the heritage, our V12, naturally aspirated engine, and on the other hand, our expertise in lightweight material. And this has to then to blend perfectly with the innovation of the digitalization and hybridization of all the cars which are coming from now on. And not by chance, we are naming our car not PHEV, but HPEV, so high performance electric vehicle, because what we are promising is an easier drive than the Aventador, a faster drive than the Aventador. So this perfect mix is what it's all about. And before we do the unveiling of the car now, please have a look at this video.
Introducing the high-performance electrified vehicle. We accelerate toward the electric age with the roar of our history.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Lamborghini Revuelto. Revuelto, in the best Lamborghini tradition, is the name of a fighting bull. The bull was fighting in an arena in Barcelona in 1880, and he was a fierce bull. So it was a good pick for us to choose him. Revuelto has to sound well, also in terms of translation. It has to have a story, a story for a perfect car. Then we pick it. And it's also good for the idea, because Revuelto, let's say, not literally, but liberally translated, also mixing up things. And I think that this is a perfect underline for what we're doing here, no? With the technology which we are doing best, and with all the innovations which are coming. So this is a perfect blend. And now I hand over to our Chief Technical Officer, Ruven Moore, who is going to explain you in depth what this car is all about. Ruven, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Stephan. It's really a big pleasure and also a big honor for sure to present you the technical details of this fantastic car, because it's not only a car for us. I mean, it's the car, it's our flagship, it's our pinnacle. First of all, as Stephan Winkelmann mentioned already at the beginning, it's a high-performance electrified vehicle. So it's not one of these downsizing plug-in hybrids that we don't want. We want to have a performance car. And I can guarantee to you, Lamborghini, you expect more performance. And this is the street car with the maximum performance we have ever brought to the street. Secondly, you expect from us also for sure emotions, sound emotions. And perhaps, as you could hear already before, we worked intensively to improve even the sound character of our fantastic V12. And if you're revving up the engine, the crescendo is even the best one that you can have in the history of Lamborghini. But more than this, we worked on this car also to have the best bandwidth of driving experience. And you can have also a very sharp handling, because especially on the sharpness, we worked a lot. And I can tell you, it's the best car on the market that you can buy for the reactiveness, because we combine a natural aspirating, high revving V12 together with the electric boost. And this is outstanding and not available on the market. Now the gearbox, it's an 8-speed double clutch gearbox. Later on we go a little bit more in the technical details. Is in the back of the car. We have incorporated an additional electric motor, so overall we have 3 electric motors. Let's take a look at the carbon fiber monocoque first. In this case, we have combined the latest technology of carbon fiber, so we use 3 different technologies. We use a pre-brake, we use RTM, and for sure our very famous and patented Lamborghini forged carbon fiber. In this case, first of all, the monocoque is completely new. We have the first time used a so-called rocker ring concept. This is a specific ring that increases dramatically the stiffness. The car is bigger, so the monocoque is bigger. And also in the last 10 years, for sure, the regulations regarding safety regulations have increased dramatically. So based on these boundary conditions, it's even more impressive to have this weight reduction. On top, every sports car driver knows that for a sports car, very important is the stiffness of the body, because at the end of the day, this allows you to have a precise and a perfect setup for the suspension. And also on this we were successful, because we have improved the stiffness of the monocoque by 25%. The heart of the car is, like Stephan mentioned before, the V12. And also this V12 we have revised dramatically, because in this case, more is better. We have the highest power output, 825 CV. We have the highest specific power output, 127 CV per liter. We have the highest maximum rev limit, up to 9,500 RPM. This is the highest rev limit that we have ever in a Lamborghini street car. And for sure, we have improved the sound emotions, like already mentioned before. And we worked especially on the reactiveness. So how the revving up speed of the engine is, this is not comparable to the Aventador. We have incorporated an additional electric motor. This allows us to have a real four-wheel driven car, even in the electric case. And like a double clutch typical, we can shift smooth, we can shift faster, but also in this case, we know that you love also the shifting. Like a double clutch typical, we can shift smooth, we can shift faster, but also in this case, we know that you love also the, let me say, the shifting emotions of the Aventador. Therefore, we have incorporated also in one of the modes also the typical drama shifting, so that you feel really the thrill when you shift up under full load. With this car, you can really drive on the racetrack, and the car directly understands what you want, in which direction you want to drive. This is definitely 2 levels better than the old Aventador. In the interior, we have now a 3-display concept. Means for the first time we have a display also for the co-pilot, and you have a central display that is completely free configurable, like in your cell phone. And I can tell you, only here we have only 4 examples. You can have full electric city driving in a kind of stealth mode. You can have long distance traveling comfort driving in Strada. You can have fun to drive. I can promise to you, it's the easiest to drift car in this segment. It's so easy to achieve the limit, you cannot believe it. And for sure, you can have maximum attack if you go in Corsa performance. You have the maximum lap time. And I can tell you, on our internal test track in Naldor, on the handling track, the car is even faster than the SVJ of the Aventador. So it's really incredible. Overall, we achieve 1,015 CV maximum power output. This is incredible. And even more impressive are the acceleration numbers. So we have around 2.5 seconds from 0 to 100 kph and more than 350 kph top speed. But now, let's take a look a little bit more in detail about the design. I ask on stage my friend and our chief designer, Mitja. He will explain you all the details. I wish you a nice evening and see you. Mitja.
Grazie, Ruben. My heart is bumping, you know, to see a car. You know, it's like really when you have a child, and you know, today is the day when this child is ready to, you know, to go to see the freedom to be handed over to you, all of you. We wanted to create a spaceship. You see already here the exhaust pipes. They are really looking like this car wants to take off, and you will see also it's the next level interior design for Lamborghini. When you come here to Lamborghini, of course, we are stepping all together in huge and fantastic footsteps. So we took inspiration on our fantastic cars. For me, number 1, of course, always the Countach, because this car is giving our DNA. So we have the silhouette line and the scissor doors. Then I'm very much in love with the Diablo. The Diablo is the crazy car for me, and for sure you can find some inspiration here on the blade on the rear. We wanted to embrace, we wanted to celebrate this fantastic powertrain. So all the lines are starting with a very pointy shark nose, embracing this engine. And you will later see, you know, I like very much motorcycles. We made this engine visible. Yeah? So this is the first Lamborghini V12, not only natural aspirated, it is also aspirating the free air because you have a fantastic view towards the car. My coolest feature here is the Y shape, and when you just imagine driving this car through the city centers, through a tunnel, this will be really, really recognizable. And it was such a cool theme that we put it basically in every little detail, such as the wheels, by the way, are 21 inch on the front, 22 inch on the rear. This is outstanding in this segment. Then we have here this very exciting Y-shaped air intake, then the blade, floating blade, and later you will see my favorite view is the one here with the exciting exhaust pipe systems, you know, where all the lines are finishing. Feel like a pilot is our philosophy. So it's a pilot interaction. So the interior is designed in a completely new way, using the philosophy to see it really deeply integrated, have a most lightweight dashboard that you can imagine. And for me, it was also important when you drive this car on the track that you have a fantastic drivability, because you have also a fantastic outlook and a fantastic view out of this interior. So every knob, everything is giving you the special feeling, because we always want to have a touch-based HMI system, but you will always find the typical highlights of an haptical system, for sure to start with our fantastic power button that we will never give up. Then also in every detail, not only of the exterior, not only of the interior, we have also our new HMI graphic design. also more reduced in terms of color, more precise, and also here more pilot feeling. So let me say now goodbye with my favorite picture of our new car, ready to take off. And again, thank you so much to every one of you from my side as a designer, to all the team of Lamborghini. And now I call on stage our chairman and CEO, Stephan Winkelmann. Grazie. Thank you.
I would like to use the opportunity to thank all the people who worked hard on this car in the last years, because they did a fantastic job, and I think that this is going to be a great success. We already have collected a lot of orders from your side, and this is giving us, let's say, a lot of passion also what we are going to do in the future. So thank you for that. It's a pleasure having you here. Grazie mille e buona serata.